next story up, rest in peace to VirgilAbloh, who died from a rare cancer, cardiac angiosarcoma. I looked it up. I already knew once it said cardiac, of course, we knew that it had something to do with the heart. And it turns out that it's a rare form of cancer. Like I said, it's a tumor that forms in the right atrium of the heart. And the tumor blocks the blood flow from going to and from the heart. It's way more involved than that. But that is the gist of what this type of cancer is. And evidently, he has been having it for some years, that he had been fighting it, and nobody knew. If you don't know who VirgilAbloh was, he was the artistic director for Louis Vuitton, as well as the creator of his own label, Off-White. Okay, we remember when he stepped into the Louis Vuitton LVMH. I have to put it on here what it stands for, but that is the umbrella corporation that is over Louis Vuitton, as well as many other designers. He stepped in over that whole thing as the creative director and completely changed the scope of fashion, married art and fashion and music and everything. The culture just completely changed when VirgilAbloh came in, and everybody was very hopeful that, you know, as he was there as the leader, that he was bringing many more people to the table and getting people more, you know, noticed, and just lending more credibility to Black people in the luxury fashion game. And it's totally unfortunate that this man died. When I got, Debbie sent me a breaking news right after it was announced that he had died, and I was shocked. I could not believe it. Very, very young. And like I said, nobody knew that he was sick. He was the most powerful Black executive in the luxury game, okay? Very powerful in the fashion world. Just a major influence. And it is so, so sad that this man died. We know that he was very close with Kanye West. Even before he came into the Louis Vuitton, you know, the LVMH umbrella, he always spoke how he would, you know, one day be in the very place that he ended up, and that he would make a difference in the fashion world. And he was doing just that. And sometimes, you guys, it just feels like, I guess God feels like you've done your job and now it's time for you to come home. But for those of us that's left on the earth, nobody can understand, like, why at 41 years old, okay, this man with all of this in the future ahead of him, you know, that something like this happens. It's just really, really sad, you guys. I remember when he had that fashion show, I feel like we talked about it on top of the blogs, but how happy Kanye West was for him, because he knew how much he wanted, how much he wanted this to happen. He was having this big fashion show in Paris, and when he came down the runway at the end, you know, when the designer comes out, he walked right up to Kanye West, and they had like a really, they had an embrace, and you could just tell that he was so proud of him and that he had gotten to this place. And it's just terrible, you guys. It's just terrible. Cancer is just awful. And it feels like every couple of weeks I'm telling you guys about somebody else that passed from cancer. It's just really terrible, you guys. Like I said, a huge loss for that industry, and for the world, you guys, huge. He leaves behind his wife, Shannon. Okay, he had 2 kids, young kids, a son and a daughter, Lo and Gray. Okay, he has a sister. His parents were still alive. He was only 41, so his parents probably were in their 60s, still young, and not expecting to have to bury their son. Okay, bury their brother, their father, their husband. It's just, you guys, I was so sad. I was just so sad. And he seemed like he was a good person. And people talked about how he was so peaceful and how he, just really had a certain calm about himself that emanated, and people saw it and appreciated him for that. And it's just, like I said, a huge loss, you guys. He leaves behind many other family, friends, fans, other people who were inspired by him. He definitely was an inspiration. 41 years old. Rest in peace to VirgilAbloh. You guys, I could feel myself getting emotional on that. Anytime I talk about cancer, it's just such an unfortunate disease, you guys. Next story. Let's lighten it up a little bit, okay? We should laugh at Jussie Smollett's expense, but you guys, we need a little levity right now. So remember, back in 2019, child, it seemed like everything was either pre or post COVID. Okay, this was pre-COVID. Remember when Jussie Smollett told us that he was attacked in Chicago when they were having the polar vortex? Remember, it was like 30 something below zero, and it was like the coldest it had ever been in Chicago, or had been in some years and years and years. Jussie told us that when he went to Subway to get him something to eat in this below zero weather, that 2 men had accosted him, roughed him up in the alley, took him, put a noose around his neck, had threw bleach all on him, called him nigga, called him some sort of gay expressions, and they had on a Make America Great. Remember, they had a MAGA hat on. Can't forget that part. And yeah, remember when he supposedly had gotten attacked, and we all felt really bad for him, and then we found out that the nigga was lying. I said, Jussie, are you really doing this out there? Now, the whole reasoning that Jussie was supposedly doing all of this is because he was trying to further his career. He was trying to, I guess he was trying to make people feel sorry for him so he would then become even more popular. Okay, because we also know that he was working at Empire. Okay, he was working on the show Empire, and he also had some letters, like some anti-gay and hate speech type letters sent to the studio, kind of threatening him, and turns out that he was behind that as well. Okay, so he had this whole campaign, they say allegedly, because it still hasn't been proven, although it sounds like this is what it was, but allegedly they're saying that he's saying that it was somebody targeting him, but the investigators are saying, hell, fuck nah, bitch, the nigga was lying, and he created this whole story to get people to feel sorry for him and to in turn help his career even more. Now, I thought, because it was all this back and forth, remember, they was going to charge him, they wasn't going to charge him, they dropped the charges, the prosecutor was too involved, they're new to people, and it was all this shit going on, right? So then I thought they dropped it, but evidently they didn't drop it, you guys, because they're in court right now. And y'all also tickle reading them damn reports. Oh my God, you guys. It's bad. Now, remember, we found out that there were 2 African young men who came out and said that Jussie Smollett had actually hired them to attack him, to fake beat him up, and to put the noose around him and throw the bleach on him and all of that, just so that he could gain more popularity. Okay. Now, he maintained that that was not true, although they have proof that he did pay them $3,500. There was a check that was written for it and everything. Now, they were also personal trainers, physical trainers at a gym. Jussie Smollett is saying that that $3,500 that he paid them was for their services as the trainer. I'm not sure if it was both of them or one of them or whatever, but he's saying that that's what that $3,500 is for. They're saying that no, he paid us to do this. And in turn, these guys also wanted to have a career in acting, and that Jussie said, once he get on good, then he'll make sure that he bring them on good too. But the whole thing is, Jussie, why are you doing this? You're on a successful show, Empire. People liked him. Generally, people like Jussie Smollett, okay? And nobody could really understand why exactly he chose to do something like this. I just always thought that Jussie probably, you guys know how you have people in your family. Sometimes you just have people in your family, they just liars. Okay, we love them and everything, but the motherfuckers, you can't trust them. You get nothing that come out their damn mouth. It be unnecessary lies. It be shit that you just be like, what? None of that even made sense. Do you think that I believe that? You know, you got some family members, some friends and shit. You just be like, you know, they mean well and everything. They just can't help themselves. They lie. I think that's what Jussie was. I think the family just knew that, you know, Jussie was a mess out there. And child, I was just like, you got a successful sister. Everybody loves your sister, which means that we automatically gonna try to take you into the fold as well. And you out here with this fuck shit. Full of fucking niggatry is what you doing. You wasting people time. Okay, you got people feeling sorry for you and making all these videos and everything, and here you are with the bullshit, Jussie. Yeah, in the testimony, you know, they're still maintaining that he hired them, child. They even got them on video of doing a dry run of the whole attack the day before it happened. I was like, bitch, you can't make no shit up like this. We doing dry runs of this, that he on video, and I guess he was, you know, they walked around to the alley like, okay, we come over here, and then, you know, you come over here and you do a little bit of this, and then we walk across the street and sit on the bench and da-da-da, and da. I said, oh my God. Such amateurs. People don't realize, like, when you're not from the streets and you're not from that world anyway, you don't think of all of the shit that can happen. You know, you come up with this plan to just act like you didn't got attacked, and you forgot that it be surveillance cameras and businesses have their cameras out and people be watching, you know. And then, of course, the realistic part of it is it's the fucking polar vortex. Now, you think that it was that important for you to get to Subway, people was going to believe it. But see, they're saying that they weren't going to really do it. Okay, so they had already planned to do this attack. I guess Jussie was out of town. His flight to come home was delayed. Okay. And but he'd already set it up with these two African guys that they were gonna do this. So he finally gets home, and people don't understand, like, you get home, it's already late. Why are you trying to go get you something to eat? Okay, just take your ass home. It's fucking freezing. But they had already made the plan to do it, and then the two African guys were leaving to go out of the country the next day. So this was really the only time that they can do it, and that's when you know when the shit fell apart. Okay, you know how you be like, "Ooh, I love when the plan comes together." This plan fell apart, and sure enough, now they in court, child, and if he's found guilty, they say that he can go to jail for, I think, 3 years is what it is. You guys, honestly, I don't believe that Jussie needs to go to jail. He didn't hurt anybody, okay? He didn't do anything. Yes, he did waste Chicago police's time, and I'm sure they're annoyed about that, the police department's time and all of that. But at the end of the day, Jussie ain't did nothing to nobody, and really the only person that was truly affected negatively in this is Jussie Smollett. I mean, his career is in the tank, at least for now. I'm not saying that he can't eventually get back to his glory days, but people are always going to remember this, you know, and he's already suffered. Like, we ain't seen him on nothing. They don't put his ass on social media. Like, every now and then I'll see him. He said something, somebody died recently, and I think I saw on Ice Cream Convos that they had posted that he had said something. I don't know if it was somebody that died, but anyway, he was on something not too long ago. But before that, ain't seen or heard nothing from Jussie Smollett. So he definitely has already suffered. Okay, so and just the public embarrassment of all of this, even though he still says that he wasn't lying. But no, I don't think he should go to jail. What do you guys think? I can't even actually believe that they put this case on. That'll let you know how pissed the Chicago Police Department and the prosecution and all of them, how mad they are that, you know, all this happened. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that he deserves to go to jail? I mean, we all got a good little giggle about the shit that he's done, and I'm sure he's embarrassed enough. So I don't think the man should go to jail. But you guys let me know what you think. Y'all gonna have to read up on some of his testimony and all of the shit that's going on in court, y'all. It is a good little... You gonna be so tickled. Poor Jussie. Poor Jussie. All right, you guys. So they say that LeBron James has the Omarion. The Omarion variant, y'all. I know it's called the Omicron, but baby, it's the Omarion. From here on out, that is what we shall call it. They said his symptoms was that he had this ice box where his heart used to be. Oh shit. Nigga, that's how you know you got the Omarion. You got this ice box where your heart used to be. Oh shit. Anyway, y'all. Now they haven't confirmed that LeBron James actually has COVID, but they're saying that he's expected to miss several games that are upcoming, and he's currently in the health and safety protocols that the NBA has in place when someone is suspected of having corona. So right now, we just gonna wait and see. Okay, now LeBron was fully vaccinated. Remember, he did tell us that he was fully vaccinated, but he didn't want to be a spokesperson telling everybody else what they should do. He just did what was best for him and his family. So it looks like if he did get the Omarion, then it was a breakthrough case. He said that he feels like something is fishy with all this. I don't know what he meant by that, like fishy because they don't want him to play. It ain't like the Lakers has a glowing record right now. They're what, 12-11? It's just... you know, they ain't doing good any fucking way, you know? So, I mean, your absence in these next few games, child, I mean, y'all probably was gonna lose. I shouldn't say that about my team. I can't say that about my boys and everything, but it's just like, what you mean is fishy? Are you saying that they lying on you, that you ain't got the Omarion, there ain't no icebox where your heart used to be? Bitch! Oh God, that shit is funny to me. Anyway, so I guess he just feels like he's not gonna be able to be there to help his brethren lose another fucking game, y'all. But yeah, I mean, we gonna send a prayer up for your boy LeBron. Hope that he definitely, you know, that he doesn't have it, and if he does have it, then it's a mild case. This Omarion, we don't really know exactly the ins and outs of it just yet. Okay, they're just now talking about, you know, even the president said that it was a concern, but it ain't nothing that we need to be alarmed about. But that's how it always starts out. You know, first it's just like, oh, okay, we're going to see. But now we already have a case in California, confirmed case. That's the first one. That person had traveled to South Africa, came back, I think they said on Thanksgiving, and had these mild symptoms, and the symptoms are still mild, but that person is the first one that has this particular strain of the Omarion. So, and then of course, as it goes, it just spreads across the United States, and eventually it's going to be just like how Delta was. It's going to take over, and y'all, it's going to be fucking immunizations and vaccinations for the rest of our fucking lives, because WhatsApp stupid ass allowed for all of this to come into the United States. I mean, can we really truly blame him? I mean, I don't know. I would like to say that we can, but I mean, the virus was out there. And what we can say is WhatsApp did get rid of the organization or the team, the committee in the government that was tasked to make sure that these big viruses didn't get out of hand. So, you know, there was a team that checked and made sure that these things didn't happen, okay? And what WhatsApp did was get rid of that team. And so we can, in some small way, say that may be the reason why there was nobody watching. Somebody left the fucking gate open, and now look, okay? So, anyway, you guys, I done got off. I was telling y'all about this Omarion that's coming up, but what I was saying is that LeBron, we think that he might have it, you know, and hopefully, like I said, that it's a mild case and that he'll be back on the court soon. You guys watched the movie Bruised? Remember I told you that that was Halle Berry's movie on Netflix, that she was starring in it, and this was her first, this was her directorial debut. And remember I said that I didn't think she was all that great of an actress, but you know, maybe her calling would be directing. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't tell you what I thought about it, but maybe directing might be the new wave for Halle. What y'all call her, Holly or Halle? Might be the new wave for her. They're saying that the movie was #2 in the world, okay, ranking as first choice in 71 countries, and was watched for 47.7 million watch hours. Okay, so people definitely was tuning in and checking out what Halle had to say in the movie and how her directing skills went. And because of the success of the movie, they're saying now that Netflix has given her a multi-million-dollar deal where she will do more directing and starring in movies there. So good for Miss Halle Berry. Okay, always good to see Black women doing it out there. Halle Berry has always maintained that, you know, she is a Black woman and that she's always very proud. And, you know, so I love that about Halle. So she gonna be booked and busy on Netflix, you guys. And she has a couple of things that are coming out. This was already in place before the Bruise movie came out. So she has a science fiction movie called The Mothership, as well as another movie called A Man from Jersey. Okay. But then once she gets those two out the way, then she will go back to maybe directing some things and might become a heavy hitter at Netflix. So good for Halle Berry. Halle seems to be very happy. She's got her new man. They've been together for some time now. Oh, I don't know if it's some time, maybe a year. But she seems to be very happy with him. We've seen Halle be in a lot of failed relationships, and maybe this one is the one that's going to stick for her. So she just might be in that, you know, she might be in that real sweet spot of her life where everything is going well and things are good and she's happy. And so if she's happy, I'm happy. Fuck it. Rocky love. She want every motherfucker to be in love. So good for Halle Berry. Did you guys see the movie? What did you guys think about it? No spoilers though, you guys. Please don't know, no spoilers. Just did you like it or not? Next story up, you guys. Congratulations are in order to DJ Envy. They say that he and his wife Gia gave birth to baby number 6, a little girl. Okay, they named her Peyton. All right, so yeah, now this is baby number 6, and they really don't even look like they're ready to stop. Like they look like the type that's gonna have 8, 9, 10 kids, you guys. And I mean, I guess if you can afford it, then why the fuck not? But that is a whole bunch of damn kids, and they kids span a long ass time. They have a 20-year-old daughter, Madison. They have an 18-year-old son, Logan. They have an 8-year-old London, I think that's a girl. Jackson, 7 years old. Brooklyn, girl, 5 years old. And now we have Peyton, okay? And they had said that they weren't going to have any more after the 5th child. But then I believe Gia's mom passed, and maybe she rethought about it and just decided to, you know, have one more. I'm sure she was happy that she had a little girl. She said that the spirit of her mother was in the room with her when the baby was born. And, you know, so she has a connection with this baby in that way. But yeah, congratulations to the happy couple. And they seem to be very happy, you guys. I mean, 6 damn kids. They happy at some point. They happy in that damn bed. I know that much. So congratulations to them. Another person that has had a baby is Fallon Pina, who was the ex-wife of Simon Guobadia, who is now the fiance to Portia Williams. Guys, there's a whole lot going on there. But now you guys remember when I told you that Simon and Fallon had broken up, and then Portia and Simon had got together, and then they, you know, announced it, and then everybody was feeling sorry for Fallon because, you know, here Portia came in and swooped down and took her man, and then Simon came out and said no, Fallon was cheating, and they had already broken up, and they was just waiting for the divorce to be settled, and you know, he had already suspected that she was cheating and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, she had this baby in November. So you count back the time and you say, okay, February is probably around the time that she got pregnant. We just gonna go on and say Valentine's Day. Okay. And 9 months later, she's having this baby in November. Timeline is fucked up on Fallon's end. Like, okay, well, Simon was telling the truth. Now, does that take any weight off of Portia? Not really for me, because I don't give a fuck what Simon and Fallon was doing. Portia knew that that woman was with that man and that she knew them and all. So yeah, I still, and then when they said that Portia was in his DMs, I said, so you went and you went to him and tried to get with, I can't. Anyway, all of them fucked up is what the bottom line is. Okay. Everybody has their own wrongness in this whole thing. But, yeah, it's clear that Fallon and Simon's shit was over anyway. Is she up here getting pregnant for somebody else? Now, they just told us that she got pregnant in August, or that she was pregnant in August. She's so little that I'm sure she wasn't really showing that much for people to realize it. But yeah, she told us that her and Jalen Banks, this is the kid that, because I say kid because he seems like he's younger than her. He seems like he's like 22, 23 years old. He's probably not that young, but, in August, they came out. She has a YouTube channel. So, you know, she's blogging her life. And so she, you know, that's when they said that she was expecting. And even though we didn't really know how far along she was, well, she was quite a bit along, because 3 months later, here she had a damn baby. I shouldn't say the damn baby. The baby ain't did shit. The baby ain't asked to be born up in all of this fucking confusion. But anyway, you guys, they had a little girl. They named her Emma Sang Pina, or Pina, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, like, they gave the girl her last name? Jalen Banks don't even get to have the baby don't get to get the Banks last name? Something ain't right about that. Is he the daddy? Because now I'm trying to wonder, like, because I don't know too many men that if you have a child and you want to make sure that everybody knows that's your child, I would demand that the baby have my last name. So now I'm wondering, maybe, the only time that you would do something like that usually is when either the man is not really trying to be involved, or the man that you with now, that's not his kid. So, child, I got my good eye on that. But anyway, they saying that they had this baby together. This is her 4th child. She already has 3 boys. This is his first child. And the baby weighs 6 pounds, 6 ounces. You know, good for them. But, honey, that fella was out there dropping it low and spreading it wide way back in February. Y'all, all of them was fucked up. That whole thing was a mess. But out of the mess came something good. Congratulations to the happy couple, little baby in the same team. And then lastly, you guys, Rihanna, my girl Rihanna, was awarded the Hero of Barbados Award the other day. She loves her home island of Barbados. She does a lot for them there. She has many foundations and charities that she always gives back as much as she can. She's home all the time. She makes her presence known there. They love her there, and she loves them right back. Okay. Evidently, there was a presidential inauguration on Monday, and at that inauguration, they honored her with the National Hero of Barbados Award. Okay, and she accepted that humbly. I just love Rihanna. I love all that she's been able to achieve. You guys know that she is really one of my faves. What pains me to tell you guys is, I guess we're gonna have to just get on fucking board. Well, we still don't know for a fact. It hasn't been confirmed. We don't know. This rumor comes up about Rihanna quite a bit. I don't know why this one seemed like it was really true though, but they're saying that she's pregnant, you guys, by A$AP Rocky. And if that is true, I just really, oh child, I was really hoping that A$AP Rocky was a phase that she was going through. We ain't forgot the shit that A$AP Rocky has said and his problematic ways in the past. But you know, people deserve chances and all. I mean, I guess we gonna have to get on fucking board, y'all, because if it is true that she's gonna be having a baby with ASAP Rocky, and they have been together for a while. They've been together. She's been very supportive of him. He's been very supportive of her. I'm sure he has, the billionaire, okay, who never has to step foot in the fucking studio again. Child, we just got to go on and accept that these two are going to be together. And if they are, and they're gonna create a family, then good for them. So I guess this is my congratulations to the couple. Let me get on off of here. I have to get back to it. All right, you guys, so that is it. Let me get on off of here and get on back. You guys, we do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.